What if your cat secretly judges you every day, without making a sound? Most people think cats are mysterious or unpredictable. One moment they're cuddling you, the next moment they walk away like you don't exist. But what if the truth is much simpler? Cats actually live by a set of quiet rules? Rules they expect you to understand, even though they never explain them. And here's the problem. Most cat owners break these rules daily without realizing it. Your cat won't complain, they won't argue. They won't even look upset. Instead, they slowly lose a little bit of trust. The strange part? The first rule is something almost everyone does, thinking it's a sign of love. And your cat might actually see it as a threat. Let me explain. Have you ever locked eyes with your cat and held the stare for a moment? Maybe you thought it was a sweet connection, a quiet little bonding moment. But from your cat's perspective, something completely different just happened. In the animal world, a long, direct stare is not friendly. It's a challenge. Wild cats stare at each other right before a confrontation. It's basically the animal version of saying, "I'm ready if you are." So when you stare deeply into your cat's eyes for several seconds, your cat's instincts immediately kick in. They're thinking, why is my human challenging me? That's why many cats will suddenly look away, blink, or leave the room. They're not being rude. They're trying to de-escalate the situation. Interestingly, research in feline behavior has shown that cats actually approach people more often when those people slowly blink and then look away. To a cat, that slow blink means peace. It's their way of saying, "I trust you." And when you return the gesture, you're finally speaking their language. But eye contact isn't the only rule humans accidentally break. The second one usually ends with a confused owner pulling their hand back after a sudden bite. You know the moment your cat is sitting comfortably in your lap? They're purring, everything feels perfect, then suddenly, snap. They bite your hand, you freeze and think, what just happened? But the truth is, your cat had been warning you for a while. Cats have a limit when it comes to physical contact. Once that limit is crossed, pleasant petting quickly turns into sensory overload. At first, strokes feel relaxing. Then the nerves in their skin become overstimulated. And eventually it becomes irritating. Most cats actually give subtle warning signs before they reach that point. Their tail starts flicking. Their ears tilt slightly backward. Sometimes the skin along their back ripples. But most people miss those signals completely because they're enjoying the moment too much. So the rule your cat expects you to follow is simple: short petting sessions. Stop when the signals appear. If your cat wants more affection, they'll come back for it. And when they do, that means they trust you to respect their limits. But some rules have nothing to do with touch at all. Some of them involve something you probably rearrange in your house without thinking twice. Imagine this. Your cat has a favorite spot in the house. Maybe it's a certain chair, a windowsill, or even an old cardboard box you meant to throw away weeks ago. To you, it's just a random place. To your cat, it's their territory. Cats build a mental map of their environment using scent. Every time they rub their face or paws against something, they leave behind pheromones that mark that space as safe. It's like putting a flag on a tiny piece of land and saying, "This belongs to me." Now imagine what happens when that spot suddenly disappears. You move the blanket. You shift the furniture. You throw away the box. From your cat's perspective, their safe place just vanished overnight. And that can actually create stress, confusion, and anxiety. Studies in feline environmental behavior show that sudden changes inside a home are one of the biggest stress triggers for indoor cats. Which means the rule is simple. If your cat has chosen a favorite place, respect it. And if something must be moved, change it slowly so they can adjust. But the next rule is even more surprising, because most people break it every single day without realizing it. Think about what happens when your cat is eating. Many owners stand nearby and talk to them. Some even reach down and pet them while they munch. It seems harmless. But in a cat's instinctive brain, mealtime is actually one of the most vulnerable moments of the day. In the wild, lowering your head to eat means your awareness drops for a few seconds. And that's exactly when predators would attack. Even though your cat lives safely indoors now, that ancient instinct still exists. So when someone stands over them, talks loudly, or interrupts their meal, their brain switches into alert mode. They can't fully relax. Some cats start eating too fast. Others walk away from the bowl. In homes with multiple cats, the pressure can become even worse if their bowls are too close together. To a cat, the rule is clear when I'm eating. Give me space. Let me finish in peace. And if you follow that rule, something interesting starts to happen. Your cat becomes calmer around food. But there's another rule that might be the most important one of all. It happens the moment you walk through your front door. Picture this. You come home after a long day. You drop your bag. You check your phone. Maybe you head straight to the kitchen. But meanwhile, your cat has been watching the door. Sometimes they're already sitting nearby when you arrive. Sometimes they quietly walk toward you with their tail up. That small moment is actually a greeting ritual. Cats greet the individuals they trust. A raised tail, a small chirp, a slow approach. That's their version of saying, "I'm happy you're back." But when a human walks past them without acknowledging it, the greeting goes unanswered. Cats don't complain. They simply stop trying over time. They greet less often, they stop waiting by the door. Not because they stopped caring, but because they learned the ritual isn't returned. Thankfully, fixing this only takes a few seconds. Look at them, blink slowly, say something soft. That's it. To your cat, that tiny moment means everything. And all of these quiet rules eventually lead to one final clue about how your cat truly feels about you. It happens every single night. Where your cat decides to sleep, this choice reveals more about trust than anything else they do. A cat who curls up against your chest or near your face is showing the deepest level of security possible. Sleep is when animals are most vulnerable. So choosing to sleep inches away from you means they feel completely safe. But they're keeping a little personal space. It's like having one eye on the exit. They're comfortable, but still observing. And if your cat prefers another room entirely, it doesn't mean they don't love you. It might simply mean something in the daily routine still feels unpredictable. Maybe one of those small rules is being broken without you realizing it. The good news, cats don't hold grudges forever. Trust can be rebuilt every day through small actions. Understanding their silent rules, respecting their signals, and learning the quiet language they've been using all along. Because once you start following those rules, you'll notice something amazing. Your cat starts choosing you more and more, and when a cat chooses you, that's the highest compliment they can give.